I worked the graveyard shift at a small truck stop in rural Texas. But first, before video end, like and subscribe my channels. It was quiet, too quiet. Most nights I was the only one there, but there was one thing I could always count on. The same man coming in at exactly 2 a.m. He never spoke, never bought anything. He just walked slowly down each aisle and stared at me before leaving. At first, I thought he was just another lonely trucker, but after a few nights, something felt wrong. The first red flag? His clothes never changed. Same dusty boots, same faded denim jacket, same blank expression, and he didn't even blink. One night, my manager asked me to check the security footage. We were missing inventory in the back aisle. I rewound the cameras to 2 a.m., right when the regular usually arrived, and that's when I understood why he felt wrong. On camera, he looked wrong. His body moved normally, but his face glitched, like the pixels were tearing. Every time he turned his head, his features smeared for a split second. Eyes in the wrong place, jaw stretching too far, like the camera couldn't capture him. Then I noticed something worse. When he walked past the pumps outside, he didn't cast a shadow. The lights were bright. The pumps all had shadows, but under him, nothing. I scrubbed forward. Right before he entered the store, he vanished. That night, at exactly 2 a.m., the door chimed. He walked in, same clothes, same stare, same slow steps toward the counter. But this time, he spoke. "You shouldn't watch things you're not ready to see." I froze. He leaned closer. His face flickered like the footage, just for half a second. Then he smiled. Too wide, far too wide. Without another word, he turned and walked into the dark. The next day, I told my manager I was switching shifts, day shift only. I never worked the graveyard shift again. I worked the night shift at a small gas station off the Ohio interstate, the kind of place where the lights buzz louder than the customers. One slow night, my manager asked me to do inventory in the storage room. Easy job. Or so I thought. I pushed the door open, clipboard in hand, and right away something felt off. The back wall looked wrong, like the shelves weren't actually touching it. So I pulled one shelf forward, and behind it I saw a thin vertical outline, a door frame. A hidden door with old peeling paint and a rusty knob. I had worked there for months and never noticed it. Curious, I tried the doorknob. To my surprise, it clicked open. Inside was a narrow hallway, lit by warm yellow lights that flickered like old cartoons. But the strange thing was, the hallway had power, even though there were no electrical wires leading into it, no cables, no outlets, nothing. Just warm, glowing light. I stepped inside a little. The floorboards creaked, and the walls were covered with old hand-drawn pictures, stick figure sketches of gas pumps, cars, and a person who looked weirdly like me. But the creepiest part? Every drawing of me had blacked out eyes. As I walked deeper, the light suddenly flickered off. I froze. Then, deep in the darkness of the hallway, I heard slow footsteps. Not mine. The lights flicked back on for a split second, and at the end of the hallway, I saw a tall, shadowy figure with pitch-black eyes and a smile drawn too big for its face. The lights died again. I dropped my clipboard and sprinted out, slamming the hidden door behind me and pushing the shelves back into place. I never told my manager. I never opened that door again. And the next night, that entire back wall was warm, like something was still standing behind it. It was my first week working at a gas station in rural Pennsylvania. Quiet shift, nothing weird, until that one customer walked in. He looked normal, hoodie, jeans, calm face, but the moment he stepped inside, he smiled at me like he already knew me. He walked up to the counter and said, "Good evening." "John." I froze. I wasn't wearing a name tag. Then he said my address, then my middle name, then the childhood nickname only my mom used to call me. I asked him, "Sir, how do you know me?" He smiled again, but his eyes didn't match the smile. Wide, unblinking, cartoon-like. And then he said, "Because we met before, you just don't remember the accident." My stomach dropped. Before I could even respond, he walked backwards, slowly out the door, never turning around, and disappeared into the dark. The next day, I asked my manager if they knew the guy. She pulled out an old photo. My heart stopped. It was him. Except the photo was from a car crash obituary, from 5 years ago. I worked at a lonely gas station in the Arizona desert. One night, my manager asked me to review the security footage because something triggered the outdoor motion alarm at 4 a.m. I opened the file, Static, wind, a few tumbleweeds. Then I saw it. Someone was walking outside the store. The figure moved slowly, dragging its feet across the pavement with the same uniform I was wearing. Same hat, same shoes, same body shape. I leaned closer to the screen as the figure turned toward the camera. It was same face, same expression, everything. But at that exact time, I remembered where I was. I was inside the building, in the storage room, counting boxes. My hands were shaking as I rewound the footage. My double stood under the gas pumps, but the microphone only picked up static, looked directly into the camera and whispered something. Then, frame by frame, its body faded into the darkness like an animation glitching out of existence. I quit checking footage after that. Whatever I saw, it wasn't human, and it definitely wasn't me. I only worked one night at a gas station off a New Mexico highway. Just one. It was around 1:30 a.m. when a rusty old sedan pulled up to pump number 4. The driver never got out. He just sat there. 5 minutes passed, then 10, then 20. I stepped outside to check. When I looked inside the car, the man just stared forward, eyes wide open, not blinking, a stiff cartoon-like grin on his face. I asked if he needed help. He didn't move, didn't breathe, didn't even look at me. Then he suddenly drove in a slow circle around the pumps. Once, twice, 3 times, and parked at the exact same pump, still staring. Still smiling. I ran inside and called the cops. When they arrived, they approached the car, opened the door, and froze. The seat was empty, engine running, radio humming static, driver's door wide open, but no footprints leading away. Just the sound of the pump beeping, and that empty smile stuck in my head. That was my last shift ever.